This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
One 15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. It has been expressed that appeals cannot be submitted for the exceptional verdict on the Easter Sunday attacks. Sri Lanka finalizes regulations for offshore oil and gas exploration investments. The number of members of Army will be reduced to 135,000 by the year 2024. It has been stated that considerable growth has been received in obtaining loans from the IMF. Former Governor and Minister Reginald Curray has passed away at the age of 75. Foreign news, at least 6 people dead from tornadoes in Alabama. News in detail. Presidential Councillor U.R. De Silva says that an exceptional verdict has been given by the panel of judges of the Supreme Court unanimously on the Easter Sunday attacks. The reason for this is to pay compensation by a president from his private finance. The Supreme Court has also decided to monitor that finance. This will be a verdict given by a highest court regarding the violation of the fundamental rights. If this money is not paid, legal action can be taken. He also stated that appeals cannot be submitted for this verdict. The government has finalized new regulations and the legal framework to call expression of interest for offshore oil and gas exploration investments in Sri Lanka. Taking to Twitter, Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara stated that the Petroleum Development Authority, PDASL, hopes to recommence work with suitable investors on the exploration of assets in about 900 blocks identified around Ree. The number of members of Army will be reduced to 135,000 by the year 2024. Currently, 200,783 members are serving in the Army. State Minister of Defence Pramita Bandara Tennakon said that it is hoped to reduce this number up to 100,000 by the year 2030. He also pointed out that although the members will be reduced, the government is dedicated to confirm the security of the nation and the people. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank Isuru Udana gift certificates, a valuable gift for any child.
State Minister Shehan Semasinga says that considerable growth has been received in obtaining loans from the IMF. Participating in a summit of the IMF online, he stated that several issues have arisen, including food, fuel, and shortage of building materials, due to the insufficient foreign exchange in the country. The delay in this regard has been caused due to the interruption of reaching a speedy agreement with the bilateral loan providers and the approval of the Executive Board of the IMF. Further discussions will be conducted in this regard. Former Governor and Minister Reginald Curray has passed away at the age of 75. The director of Nagoda Hospital confirmed. He has served as a Member of Parliament, Minister of Mass Media, Minister of Minor Export Crop Promotion, Minister of Aviation, Deputy Minister of Justice, Chief Minister of the Western Province, Governor of the Northern Province, the Chairman of the National Gem and Jewellery Authority, and the Chairman of the state-run Sri Lanka Rupawahini Corporation. The senior superintendent of police of Monragala, who was recently arrested in connection with a large haul of cannabis from the official residence, has been interdicted. Accordingly, Monragala SSP Sisira Kumara was interdicted by the Inspector General of Police effective from 10th of January, police media spokesman Nihal Thalduwa stated. The officer in charge of the Ethimale police station was also arrested last evening in connection with the incident. And that ends local news for now.
Your sister got him the most valuable gift of all.
My family will do anything for our child's future.
People's Bank Isuru Udana gift certificates, a valuable gift for any child.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Accepting applications for inspectors on evaluation activities of the GCE O-Level Examination 2022 commenced yesterday. Calling of applications will be conducted online and it will end on the 15th of this month.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Watchlight this afternoon, an MOU has been signed between the Sabaragama University and the Palmyra Research Institute to exchange research program. The objective of this move is to provide special training and to provide opportunities for research to the graduates and postgraduate candidates of the university. The Palmyra Institute hopes to provide annual training program to 20 candidates of graduates. Vice Chancellor of the University Senior Professor Uday Ratnayaka stated that this program will help to enhance the mutual relationships between the students of the North and the South. And that came to In Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
In the headlines, at least 6 people dead from tornadoes in Alabama. Czech presidential vote, all to pay for after 10 years of Zeman. Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis, dies aged 54. World News in detail. At least 6 people have been killed by tornadoes in Alabama, according to local officials who say they are still searching for bodies. Over 35 tornadoes were reported by the National Weather Service across the southern U.S. yesterday, putting more than 30 million people at risk. A large and extremely dangerous tornado caused widespread damage to Selma, Alabama, the NWS said. The storms have caused blackouts for thousands of people in 4 states. More than 147,000 residents in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and Carolinas were without power by Thursday evening. Poweroutage.us. Czechs go to the polls over the next 2 days to elect a successor to President Miloš Zeman, whose second term ends in March. 7 men and 1 woman are in the race to succeed him, and second-round runoff is likely in a fortnight's time. The president is now elected by public vote, and it has become part personality contest, part endurance race. The 3 front-runners include an ex-NATO general, an economist, and a billionaire former prime minister. It would be great to finally have a president who respects the Constitution rather than testing the limits of it, says Olympic beach volleyball player Andrei Perisic. Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of rock and roll legend Elvis, has died aged 54, her mother has said. It is with a heavy heart that I must share the devastating news that my beautiful daughter Lisa Marie has left us, Priscilla Presley said. Lisa Marie, also a singer, was rushed to hospital early yesterday. Media reports say she had cardiac arrest. She was found unresponsive at her home in Calabasas, California, sources told U.S. outlet TMZ. She was the most passionate, strong and loving woman I have ever known, Priscilla Presley said in a statement. Back to the headlines of the world news. At least 6 people dead from tornadoes in Alabama. Czech presidential vote, all to play for after 10 years of Zeman. Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis, dies, aged 54. And that ends World News.
Development News.
11 irrigational development projects have commenced in the Rathgama, Ambalangoda and Niyagama Divisional Secretariat divisions. It will be implemented with the support of the Provincial Irrigational Department and the Ministry of Irrigation. 3.2 million rupees will be spent for the project. The aim of this is to provide water needed for the agricultural cultivation continuously. And that came to you in Development News.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
National Badminton Tournament will be conducted on Monday at the Sugatadasa Indoor Stadium and will be held until the 22nd. In addition, plans have also been made to conduct the matches at the Badminton Association Playground and the Mercantile Service Playground. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Badminton Association, Rohan De Silva, said that about 1,700 sportsmen and women will participate in the tournament. 72 events are to be conducted under many age groups. A team of representatives of the Asian Badminton Association will arrive in the country to monitor the tournament. And that came to you in Sports News.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Technological courses have commenced for foreign jobs in the apparel industry. This program will be conducted by the Sri Lanka Technical Development Board. Under this program, technological equipment have been presented to 40 entrepreneurs in the Galle district. 2.4 million rupees have been spent for the first stage of the program.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
In economic news, treasury bills worth over 9,500 billion rupees will be issued. The central bank said that the relevant auction will be held on the 18th of this month. The primary dealers and the licensed commercial banks. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
Mainly fair weather will prevail over most parts of the island and the sea areas around the island. However, cold weather can be expected in the early morning. Ground frost is possible in parts of the Nuwara district during the early hours of the morning. Meanwhile, the winds will be northeasterly and the wind speed will be 20 to 35 kilometers per hour. The wind speed may increase up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour at times over the sea areas of the coast extending from Mannar to Colombo via Putlam and the sea areas off the coast extending from Hambantota to Pothuwil. Sea areas of the coast extending from Mannar to Colombo via Putlam and the sea areas off the coast extending from Hambantota to Pothuwil will be rough at times. The other sea areas around the island will be moderate. And that was the weather report. And before we conclude this news broadcast, the headlines once again. It has been expressed that appeals cannot be submitted for the exceptional verdict on the Easter Sunday attacks. Sri Lanka finalizes regulations for the offshore oil and gas exploration investments. The number of members of the army will be reduced up to 135,000 by the year 2024. It has been stated that considerable growth has been received in obtaining loans from the IMF. Former Governor and Minister Reginald Curray has passed away at the age of 75. Foreign news, at least 6 people dead from tornadoes in Alabama. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.